4. Diving into this story, take a quiet moment for yourself. If you find comfort in stories that linger, that slowly wrap around your heart, you understand this journey. Some stories are meant to be felt in silence, just like Olivia's life for the past 2 years. Silence wasn't just absence of sound, but a presence, stretching across her small home. It settled into the walls, furniture, even the air she breathed, as if time paused when Noah disappeared. Though the outside world continued its rhythm, cars passing, people laughing, seasons changing. Inside her home, everything remained suspended in a quiet, unmoving stillness. Memories echoed louder than reality. She almost heard Noah's footsteps down the hallway, or the soft hum of his voice as he sang tunes he loved, or the familiar creak of his chair. Those imagined sounds weren't comforting. They were reminders he was gone and not coming back. Olivia, who believed she was strong, now struggled with a loneliness she'd never known. A quiet, suffocating emptiness followed her from room to room, sitting beside her, lingering in the evenings, curling around her at night, making even sleep feel distant. She tried, telling herself healing takes time, that people move on, that the weight would lighten. But days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and nothing changed. The ache remained, not sharp or unbearable, but constant, like a dull echo of something that used to be whole. No amount of distractions, therapy, or reassurances could fully quiet it. Until one quiet afternoon, she stood near her living room window, staring at the street. Watching strangers live lives untouched by loss, an unexpected thought crossed her mind. Simple yet unfamiliar. Maybe she didn't need to keep facing the silence alone. Netu, maybe something, or someone, could exist in that space with her. That was when the idea of getting a dog came to her, surprising even herself. She had never been particularly fond of animals the way Noah had been. He would stop to pet every stray, talk about someday having one of their own. For a moment, the thought stung, reminding her of a life that never got to happen. But the loneliness had grown too heavy to ignore. So she found herself visiting a nearby animal shelter, unsure of what she was looking for, only knowing she needed something to break the stillness. As she walked past rows of cages filled with dogs of all sizes and temperaments, some barking eagerly, some jumping restlessly, some watching with hopeful eyes, she felt overwhelmed, unsure if she was ready for this responsibility, unsure if anything could truly fill the emptiness she carried. Until she reached a corner where a scruffy, mixed-breed dog sat quietly. Not barking, not begging for attention, just watching her with calm, steady eyes. There was something about that stillness, the way he didn't demand anything. Thug made her pause. Here. In that quiet exchange, something shifted inside her. Something small, but real. Without overthinking, Olivia made a decision that would slowly begin to change everything. She took Milo home. That first day felt unfamiliar in the most subtle ways. Milo explored the house, sniffing corners, learning the language of a place that had long forgotten what it meant to feel alive. Olivia followed him, unsure of what to do, caught between hesitation and fragile hope. When night came, she allowed him to sleep beside her, expecting discomfort. But instead, she found a quiet, steady warmth as Milo curled up near her. His breathing slow and rhythmic, grounding her in a way she hadn't realized she needed. For the first time in what felt like forever, sleep came easily, uninterrupted. As days passed, that small change began to ripple through her life. Milo wasn't loud or overly energetic, but his presence was constant, steady, comforting. Slowly, Olivia began to adjust. She started talking to him during quiet moments, sharing thoughts she hadn't spoken aloud in a long time. 2. Though he didn't respond with words, there was something in the way he listened, the way he stayed close, that made her feel heard. The house, once heavy with silence, began to feel different, softer, more alive. As if the emptiness had finally found something to balance it. In those quiet moments, Olivia sometimes thought of Noah, not with overwhelming grief, but with a gentler remembrance, as if the love she lost hadn't disappeared, but had simply changed form, finding its way back through something unexpected. As weeks turned into months, Milo became more than just a companion. He became a part of her routine, her comfort, her anchor. The one constant in a life that had once felt completely unsteady. She began to notice the little things. The way he would sit beside her without being called. The way his eyes followed her with quiet loyalty, his presence easing a long day. One evening, as she sat reading while Milo rested his head in her lap, she realized something she hadn't allowed herself to feel in a long time: peace. Not complete, not perfect, but real. Memories of Noah didn't feel like wounds. Faith felt like something softer, something she could hold without breaking. She understood then that healing wasn't about forgetting or replacing what was lost, but about learning how to live alongside it, how to carry it without being weighed down. As she gently ran her fingers through Milo's fur, she smiled a small, quiet smile. A smile that held more meaning than anything she had felt in months. Life hadn't returned to what it once was, and maybe it never would. But it had become something new, something that still held warmth, still held meaning. As time moved forward, Olivia accepted something deeper. Grief doesn't disappear. Grief changes. It softens. It becomes a part of you, shaped by the love that remains. In Milo's presence, she found that love again, not as a replacement, but a continuation. A reminder that even after loss, even after silence and loneliness, life offers happiness. Moments that don't demand attention, but stay with you, gently, patiently, until you're ready to feel them. Sometimes, late at night, she'd whisper names. Sometimes Noah's, sometimes Milo's. In those moments, she understood. Love never truly leaves. It doesn't vanish or fade into nothingness. It simply finds new ways to exist, new ways to stay with us. Through all the quiet pain, the long days, the slow healing, Olivia found her way back. Not to the life she once had, but to a life still worth living, still worth holding on to. In the quiet of her home, with Milo resting beside her, she no longer felt alone. Warmth had returned, not loudly, not suddenly, but softly, patiently, with depth, a depth that only those who have truly felt loneliness can understand.